I believe this is what's known as a winter wonderland. Just a typical snow here in Floyd. Lots more predicted for today. First, it rained a little bit yesterday and froze on the ground, and the trees are real covered. Too much weight bending the trees over. Well, we were fine. It could be terrible if we didn't have wood burning stove. I see those trees in the background back there all bent over. Snow, I mean ice, and then snow on top of it makes it very, very heavy. Old Will's Ridge in the background. I don't know how many snows we've had so far, but it's been a bunch of them. Actually, I think the snow's been on the ground ever since about the 1st of December. That noise is me bumping against the glass in the door. Snow, snow, snow. By the way, the power's off, but I reckon you can see that's normal. Been off and on, off and on. You claim that the ice gets on the line, breaks them. Of course, the power lines here in Floyd don't follow the highways at all, where they can get to it to work on it. They got to run them across the field from one farmer's house to the other. You can see right there is a pile of snow from last week's snow. Then we had one other in between last week and now, but it was mostly sleet. And that driveway is a solid sheet of ice under the snow, and they're predicting this snow could get up to a foot deep. Who knows? Well, it's not very deep yet. It's only about, looks like 4 inches, something like that. And birds, they're a little skittish this year. That thing looked kind of lopsided. That's because it's weighted down. Ice all over it. Got it lopsided from the weight. It looks like plenty of snow in the area yet. This snow's not over with by no means.
Tuesday, partly cloudy, highs in the 40s and lows 25 to 35 degrees.
Well, at least partly cloudy will do a little better than this, Saturday and Sunday anyway. And again, Floyd County schools are closed. Craig, Floyd, Franklin, Patrick, Montgomery, Carroll counties all closed. Pretty much the whole New River Valley is on tilt this morning. And now let's go through some cancellations and let's talk about some of the things that are running late. First off, the Floyd County High School PTSA Valentine dance scheduled for Saturday night has been postponed. All offices for the First National Bank in Christiansburg will open at 10:30 this morning. Bank of Floyd will open at 9:30 this morning. Liberty Fabrics of Woolwine will be open for associates who wish to come to work on the first shift, and that will count as a snow day. Floyd County Social Services Office is closed today, and Action Video report is running late. They'll probably get in there about noon, hopefully when the weather and the road conditions improve. Action Video will be open late, but they'll be there helping with your weekend entertainment and that special 5-4 special. Okay, that's the look at everything we have so far. And if you're listening to us right now and say, hey, Papa, Bob, why didn't you tell them about whatever? Give us a call, let us know. We'll pass it along and let everybody in Floyd County know what your church, club, civic organization, business, whatever, has got to say about how this weather is affecting you. And this was all presented by Townside Auto Sales, your hometown cheaper dealer, Route 8 North at the town limits here.
Now this is not a snow that we're looking at. This is one of the many ice storms that we've had. What you see out there is about 4 inches of a combination of sleet and rain together, and of course you could walk right on top of that if you're lucky enough to be able to stand up. In other words, you won't mash it down. It is solid. All the roads here in Floyd County is covered, even the main highways, 221 and Route 8 is covered with ice and snow, 4 inches of it. Snow plows have been out trying to scrape it off, but it's impossible. You can get a little bit off the top, but it is very hazardous driving, and I don't even try it. So we were warned of this and got prepared for it, got plenty of wood, got plenty of food. There's no logical reason for us leaving here and going anywhere. If I can make it up to the barn where I got my wood stacked, that's all I need to do. You can see back in there, I got that on 24 power. And that's a mile away, I'd say. That's an Alum Ridge. Everything covered. But in a way, it's pretty. and we're comfortable. Of course, the power's off. It went off about 6:30, and you can see there it's 7:43, so it's been off a little over an hour. I don't expect it to come back anyway soon. I'm going on the other side of the house. I'm upstairs, of course. This is the north side, so I'll go on the south side and take some pictures of the trees out in the yard, how they've been over with the weight of the ice. Well, here we are on the south side of the house, which is really the back side. This is one of our trees in the yard, which are a cluster of birch. One might think that would break out all the pieces, but it's happened several times before this winter. Doesn't seem to hurt it, or so far it hasn't. It straightens right up. Trying to get a close-up to see the size of that ice on those limbs, though. You can see that it has a tremendous lot of ice on it. I had been cutting some wood. You can see up there I've got a few logs laying up there ready to saw up. Got a lot of them down in the woods that I haven't brought up here. We got plenty of wood. Got plenty of barn. Well, there's Christmas trees used to be. They are certainly full of ice. It shows the top of one of them, and they're all about the same, filled up with ice. Of course, Will's Ridge, you can only see the very bottom of it over there. The rest of it is fogged in, or whatever that is. Well, you can tell that's all ice too. 24 power. I reckon the games hold up somewhere too, probably in the real thick pines, landing the pine needle. Can't blame them. Yeah, we're gonna go off momentarily.
Hey, what a good way to open up the program. Herschel Sizemore, wizard on that mandolin, had some great help too. That was Bobby Hicks with the fiddle break, and Craig Smith doing his thing on the banjo. They worked so good together. Good afternoon, and welcome to a kind of a frozen, sleet-type day, I guess you could say. We're having
well, it's not getting any better.
Rain falling, and the temperature is about 30 degrees, which means it's kind of freezing rain. It's messing up transportation everywhere. People are able to move around some, but it's not a good day for driving at all. And want to congratulate
Limbs breaking out of the locust trees all over down there. I've been watching them fall down to the ground, all down to.
They did a great job on keeping the traffic moving on the main road. Well,
I wondered why the crows wouldn't perch in them. Now I know why.
we have some music for
They're
you.
not dumb.
Now, here's one of my favorite tunes. Listen.
Floyd Pharmacy in Floyd has a Valentine's sale going on that defies description, and it's in full swing. There's designer fragrance.
What's happening now is it's really raining. The sleet has stopped, but this stuff is freezing. You can see the water, gutters are plumb full of ice, and the water's just running off of the house like there's no gutters on it. Yeah, you can see the icicles clinging to everything.
Well, I reckon it's right pretty in a way, but I sure would be glad to see some sunshine. I'm out here on the front porch freezing. But you don't often see this. The radio a while ago, some announcer on there said it had been 20 years since they've had such a storm as this here in Floyd. Normally it's cold enough it just snows. But there's a warm air mass, I understand, up high. It's falling down here through a cold air mass near the ground. So the warm air, it turns out to be rain up there, and it falls down. It was turning to sleet. We've had about, I understand, 5 inches of nothing but sleet. And then now the rain is on top of it and freezing. I took a four-wheeler and went down the hill a while ago, and you can't tell where I went out there. It's hard enough that it supports a four-wheeler. Well, let's cut it off for a while. And all that noise you hear in the background, a generator running. Power's been off since 6:30 this morning. O'clock now. So I got it started up about an hour ago. Hard to believe how much ice is out here. Talking to one of our neighbors a little bit ago, they called, found out if we was all right. Said she'd been living here all her life, don't ever recall seeing anything like this. Or something else. Might make a pretty Christmas tree. There you can see how it's got that pine tree all bent over. Right there's what I'm worried about. I've never have seen that big part of that spruce. Pardon me. Not spruce, but the birch bent like that. Never have. And it's supposed to rain some more tonight and freeze. Well, look at those pines. Everything coated with ice. Still see that little generator down there. I'm going to take it down to my neighbor as soon as it runs out of fuel. It shouldn't be long, half an hour. She's afraid everything in her freezer is going to go to waste. You got to have power. The lines are down all over the county, not only here, but all over the big cities and everything else, I understand. Well, you can see I've been up here walking around, or trying to, and it just don't leave any tracks. So I'm over and out again. Well, here we are again. This is March the 2nd, 1994, and this is really the third time that we've had ice storm.
Not only here in Floyd, but it's all over. All of Montgomery County is without power. Oh, naturally we're without power, but like I was going to say, all of Montgomery County, all around Grayson, everywhere without power. Let's see if we can get something up on Wills Ridge. It don't really seem as bad up there, however. I have been hearing a lot of like popping and a cracking, like the trees are breaking up, and I'm sure they are. And they move very, very slow. 18 power. 18 power, you can't move very fast. But I've been down in there for over 2 weeks trying to get the wood that's fallen down or broke off. And you can see some of those limbs broke off from the last one. And the thing of it is, like I say, this is the 2nd day of March. It's been about 2 weeks. I don't really recall. Since the last one, it ain't been much longer than that. And there it is. Lord, I got to get that thing in something dark so you can see what time it is. That says 2 minutes after 10, March the 2nd, 94. Okay, I'll go along with that. That's within a minute of actual time. This thing here we worry about all the time, but what it does is, I think it comes down on the, how am I going to zero in on that? Just trying to bring it up closer so you can see how much ice is actually on those limbs. It's over an inch thick. And that is on the southeast side. What happens on the southeast, that's the way the wind's blowing. Well, I'll go around in front and see what's out that way. There's what I'm afraid of. The wind is supposed to get up. You see the tops already broke out of them trees. That's from the last ice storm. And we've had one before that last one. So this is the 3rd one. And I'm beginning to think this is the ice age. I can hear that poor old poplar tree cracking. If it gets much more stuff on, it's going to be too bad. It's gone. Everything is ice coated. I mean everything. Even my bell. Pretty hard to hold this thing steady at 18 power. Oh, down there, look. Just look at that. And that's from the last one. If that wind is supposed to get up tonight, won't be limbs this time, it'll be trees gone. I don't much care down there if a few of them go. Maggie and I have been down there working 2 days, 14 hours a day to clean that up. We got it pretty nice. Ha ha! Temporarily, that is. Now, let's see what a roof looks like when ice storm appears. Look at that. Now that's what it's doing. You can see that sleet. That's what's happening. Yeah, we're pretty well off. I got plenty of wood. The house is warm. got a generator out there that my beloved son-in-law Robert Kelly kind of donated. I think he just let me borrow it, you know, until such times that I won't be existing anymore, and it'll revert back to him. He knows it. I think he got that quotation from his good friend Gordon. Well, I gotta get out of here. I'm cold. I'm outside in the back again. Only I was on a porch before when I first started this one. And now I'm going up here to the lot, you know, up near the barn. And just look at that. There's my old four-wheel drive truck. You wouldn't believe this kind of stuff. I don't care if you got 19 wheels, it won't move in this stuff. Nothing but my ATV four-wheeler. Now that dude goes in any kind of weather. Look at that birch. And it's blowing the sleet down on me right now. Aha! How about the wood pile? I've already got a whole bunch of it split up. Now here's some that ain't even been sawed up. Bunch more over the hill. There's some big stuff hadn't been split, but up there in the barn, there's a lot of it already split up and dry and ready to go. This is a typical ice storm for Virginia. I used to say Floyd County. It pretty well covers the whole middle and western part of the state. Yeah, they go over there, see all the limbs broke off of that locust cross over there, except just the top. Now I don't know whether it's coming out on this or not, but I can hear trees popping up there on Wills Ridge. Yeah, it's like cannons going off in a war. Isn't that something? I reckon when I'm dead and gone, I hope this film is still in good shape, because I don't think we're going to ever see anything like this again. Oh yeah, I spent 2 weeks, at least 2 weeks, maybe longer, down in there, way down a half-mile down the road, pulling logs out where the trees had fell down from the last ice storm, which is, some of them were dead and dried out and standing. The way you tell it, because when the bark peels off of it, and that is the best wood possibly for in a wood burning stove, and that's what I've got. Well, again, this gonna say out, this is bad on the camera out here. So this is old Video John says over and out.
Has more than 39,000 customers without electricity in its Roanoke service area. This includes about 3,000 in the Roanoke Valley, more than 15,000 in Franklin County, 14,000 in Henry County, and 7,000 customers in Patrick County. APCO officials say conditions are dangerous for their crews because trees and limbs are falling as they work. In central Virginia, it's more of the same. Cold temperatures and heavy rain combining for the area's second ice storm in less than 3 weeks. Falling branches and trees have blocked roads and knocked out power to hundreds of people throughout the region. Road crews are trying to keep up with the slippery conditions, but a number of minor accidents have been